sweet, isn't it?
About 2 minutes.
Around the competition, but more important, as I said yesterday, I can see a lot of budding future chefs amongst us. Now, hopefully, as well, take that message away with you and really make it a healthy place to live. And hopefully, we can reduce or eliminate.
First of all, Chef Russell and the management of Outrigger, thank you very much for once again inviting me here for the third time to your Chef Challenge. And it's always a pleasure for me to be here amongst one of my favorite groups of people, and that's the students. For those of you who do not know, I spent 23 years teaching at a secondary school, so it brings back a lot of fond memories where, as teachers, we sort of not only become role models for our children, but we become agents of change, okay? And for the very reason that we need to change mindsets of our younger generation when it comes to the future, when it comes to the health, and of course when it comes to the future of the nation as a whole. So around the same time last year, I had the pleasure of coming to this competition in my capacity as the Minister for Women, Children and Poverty Alleviation. And today I'm wearing a very different hat, and that's the Minister for Health and Medical Services. And of course, to say that the well-being of you children and young people has always been a constant theme in my both roles. Ladies and gentlemen, the government of Fiji, and especially my ministry, wishes to acknowledge and applaud Outrigger Fiji Beach Resort and all the co-sponsors and organizers, to the Education Ministry, to the teachers, students, for staging this event, which seeks to involve the interest of you young people in developing your cooking skills and also offer insights not only into the tourism industry, but about how to lead healthy lifestyles and making a career out of cooking. The event, with its twin themes of cooking and tourism, offers a perfect opportunity to think about some very important health messages and career opportunities that are available to you. And I think, Russell, you are in a journey of tapping some untapped potential that our students have to offer for your tourism industry. First of all, let us go back to the familiar saying, you are what you eat. Aren't we? Yes. Food and drinks are essentials for life, but we know that in today's modern world, too many of us are consuming the wrong type and wrong amount of food and drinks. Too many of us are making the wrong choices when it comes to what we eat and drink, and these unhealthy habits and diets are contributing to our economic epidemic of obesity and our double burden, a growing burden of NCDs, which I briefly mentioned. This event, students, ladies and gentlemen, offers a great opportunity to you to learn the skills needed to prepare healthy and nutritious meals. These are valuable skills that can last a lifetime, and by helping you make wise food choices, we will also increase the chances of that lifetime being longer and healthier, which means you will stay out of my hospital for a long time. Okay? I believe that the success of any health facility anywhere across the world is by the number of people who visit those health facilities. At the moment, I cannot say that for Fiji because we are, as I said, we are burdened with the double growing burden of NCDs and other CDs that are commonly prevalent among Fiji. So the school's Chef Challenge is also generously hosted by Outrigger Resort, which has for many, many years been an icon of the Fiji's tourism sector. We know that tourism is one of the main contributors of our country's economy and has an important source of employment. And that too has impacts on our nation's health. And of course, young people like you have the choices to make an entry into the tourism industry and secure an employment for yourself. So looking around the world, we know that wealthier countries generally enjoy better health outcomes. They are better able to invest in prevention and to fund more sophisticated treatments for those who are sick or injured. So the economic benefits of tourism, ladies and gentlemen, which makes Fiji richer, flow through to more funding for health, as demonstrated by the fact that the Ministry of Health and Medical Services funding will increase by almost 1/3 as a result of the budget that was announced by the Honourable Attorney General last week and passed by Parliament on Thursday. But the link between economic activity and health also works at individual level. We know that there is a close link between household income and health. So employment in any sector, and especially in tourism or any other sector, can contribute directly to better health outcomes. And the relationship also works in opposite directions. By being healthy makes it easier to get to work, and staying healthy ensures that workers are productive. So Russell, I think you'll be happy that by promoting healthy living, we are also going to promote healthy, productive workers. Okay? So you can see that there are important links between tourism as an employer and the health of our people. That's another reason why events such as this is so significant. And going back to what Russell said, yes, I'm very serious about partnering with Outrigger to ensure that we take this. I think I said it last year in my capacity as Minister for Women. Eventually, nothing happened. But I'm very serious that we need to take this event out to the divisions so that we have divisional participation. And if we do have somebody from the education sector here, like I said, I would really like to take this partnership forward and to see that we take these messages out to communities. I mean, we have students' participation. I'd like to involve parental participation, community level participation, and all stakeholder participation to make this indeed a national event of another level. Because we are pretty serious about addressing health issues that are continuing to plague our people. So ladies and gentlemen, the theme, promoting healthy and fresh food culture. I think you have seen a lot of fresh food culture, and we've already highlighted the importance of healthy diets and the role they can play in protecting us against NCDs. And one of the NCDs that comes to my mind is diabetes and high blood pressure. So we're very serious about getting people to reduce the intake of salt, oil, and sugar. Of course, nobody's saying you don't eat sugar, you don't put oil in your food, you don't put salt in your food. It's about reducing the intake, okay? And looking for options that are available locally to ensure that we prepare our food healthy. And let us not underestimate the part that you play, that our children play, and all the young people can play and need to play in the fight against NCDs. Fiji is a nation that will look upon for you in the future. You will be our future leaders. So it's very important that we start developing that mindset from a very young age. It's all about changing mindsets, people. It's not very hard, right? But the challenge for us is to target people who are really going to take that health seriously. I normally say this, please don't take your health for granted and do not take your lives for granted. We have started losing people at a very young age, okay? And that's the reasons attributed to that. But one of the reasons is people are not serious about the health. You present yourself to the health centers or the health officers very late. And sometimes, I mean, we as a nation are shocked to hear somebody so young died. I mean, somebody is there with you today and you hear, what happened? You don't know what happened, but somebody died. So please take your lives and take your health for granted, because each one of you and each one of our fellow Fijians is very important to us. So here in Fiji, we already have cases. 12-year-old diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Our youngest stroke victim is almost just 12 years old. Okay? And NCDs are claiming lives of people in the younger days, and these are the days that we want people to be productive. So that's indeed serious and alarming, and like I said, this is a disease or a burden that we are bringing upon ourselves by not choosing to live healthy, not choosing to eat healthy. Simple steps, exercising daily, eating the right amount, the right diet. On a lighter note, since joining this ministry, whenever I go to functions, I look at the plate that we have. You know? We tend to overload the plate. I mean, we are all guilty of that. Okay? So next time when you pick up food, even at your house, see your food, your plate must have enough of everything. Lots of fruits and vegetables. Okay, you need proteins as well. So teachers, please ensure that your children. I think what I have to do is to send a lot of my teens out there to actually talk to students about how and why it is important for us to have that healthy plate. And eating the right food in the morning, you rush without breakfast. So, young people, it's good to say that. Very conscious about how we look. How you look, not we. We are old. So you say, okay, if I want to stay slim and fit, then I don't have to eat. No, it doesn't have to be that way. You have to eat well, right? Eat well, the right amount, the right time. Doesn't mean you skip breakfast and lunch and you're going to be slim and trim and I don't want to use the other words. You know what I mean? So please, young people, you need to eat, okay? You need to exercise, you need to sleep well, you need to stay away from drugs, you need to stay away from smoke, you need to stay away from alcohol. Just yesterday in Parliament there was a debate, why did the government increase the tax on, excise tax on alcohol? Some people were debating, no, they said everybody has a right to drink, no. If you put a burden on my health system, then we have to put in place measures where we are going to deter people from smoking. Of course, at the end of the day, the choice is going to be yours. The price of cigarettes can go up 100%, but if somebody has to smoke, he or she will go and buy. Individual choices. So, Ministry of Health, our responsibility as a government is to empower people to make right choices, to becoming serious about their health. That's all we can do. We can't force you to do this, we can't force you to quit smoking, but it's our duty to advise you and to tell you, and that's exactly what we are going to do. So, like I said, we need to educate you, our young children and the general public on healthy choices. We need to promote 4 key factors in tackling NCDs. Eating foods and drinks that are low in sugar, salt and fat. Exercising for at least 30 minutes a day. That doesn't mean going to a gym or whatever. It can be a brisk walk for 30 minutes is enough. Sometimes we are under this illusion that we housewives especially, I've been walking whole day. I went to office, I came back, I cooked the food, I washed the dishes, I washed the clothes. That's not exercise. That's a normal everyday walk that we do. Exercise is taking that 30 minutes out. Well, you can go to the gym, you can go to the river and swim, you can take a walk along the road, you can do some brisk walking. So exercise is totally different from normal walk that we do. Drinking alcohol in moderation. I would say don't drink at all, but like I said, we can't force people, okay? So the word I'm going to use is moderation to be very fair. Avoid tobacco. A special message to all the students here today, don't start. Don't even think of starting because that has very detrimental impacts upon your health. Boys or girls alike, stay away from cigarette and smoking. And for any adult smokers that are already into the habit, please progressively think seriously about quitting. I'm pleased to see that the next item on today's program, I was pleased to see that we've done a few demonstrations about how to prepare the food with no salt, but like I said, you can use in moderation. Anything is in moderation. A little bit of salt here, a little bit of sugar here and there. Because you've got to understand that the food already contains a lot of sugar and salt. The food that we eat already has that in natural amounts. So when we add that. So, for example, when it comes to salt, I'll give you an example. The average Fijian's daily intake is roughly twice the amount recommended by the World Health Organization. No wonder we have high cases of hypertension and all those diseases. So, and we know that too much salt in our diets leads to high blood pressure, which increases the risk of heart attack, stroke, and other heart-related diseases. And it's not just salt we add to our meals that matters, because there is also salt in many of the foods we regularly eat, such as processed meats, butter, cheese, salty snack food, and instant noodles. It's favorite of students, eh? I remember when I was a teacher, we used to, we had a hard time telling children not to eat noodles because they would consume it dry, you know. So please pay attention to this if you really want to eat. So I encourage you to read the nutritional information on the foods you buy. You know, every packet that you pick up, there's a nutritional chart there. So look at that and stay away from anything that has too much. And too much of anything is not good. You know that, right? Too much of anything is not good, in moderation. So ladies and gentlemen and children who are here with us here this afternoon, you are being given a great opportunity to develop new skills, put them into practice in preparing healthy, nutritious meals, learn important facts about foods we eat, and put that into practice. Take the message back to your homes and see how best you can influence your own homes, because change begins where? Change begins with oneself, right? So if I want to change the nation, each individual has to change. So everybody, when you walk out of Outrigger Resort today, not only have you been given this wonderful opportunity to be here for 2 days, but also you have been allowed to develop a change in your mindset. And again, let me reiterate the power that children have to influence their own behaviors and that of the adults. You are very, very powerful children. And as a parent, I know how persuasive our children can be. So I encourage each and every one of the students here today to be an ambassador of healthy eating and make it your job to be the voice of healthy eating in your own families. I want you to tell your parents what to buy and what not to buy, and of course to advise your parents on how to cook healthier meals. and pass the message to anyone and everyone that you come across. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, let me please thank the Outrigger Resort and other partners for organizing this wonderful, wonderful event, which has such a great potential to benefit the health and well-being of everyone who is here. Before we move on to the prize, the winner, I have a surprise for the winner of the school, and the winning school will have this package. I will come to your school with your team. I will give your school a $2,000 package, okay, whichever school that is, to prepare and show the talents that you've learned here, the skills that you've learned here. You will prepare healthy, you will decide whether it's going to be lunch or whether it's going to be snack for all the students, and the ministry will be working with your schools to ensure that we can facilitate this program, okay, in your school. So the winning school, you get $2,000 from the Ministry of Health to promote healthy eating habits within. And maybe you can talk to your school managements and the canteen operator to see that they adopt the menu that you give them. Now that's what we say, putting your money where your mouth is. So we can all talk, but we've got to see these things eventuate in reality to make a difference. So I don't know who the winner is, okay? The winner could be Khalsa College, winner could be Dubu College, winner could be Kavanangasau IOC School, anybody could be school. But if you don't win a major prize, students and teachers, please don't be disheartened. You have reached this stage, and that is an achievement in itself, okay? And that should not deter you from taking part in any event of this next year. So once again, thank you all, to the school management, thank you Outrigger, thank you all the sponsors, and all the guests who are here, the students. I know it's a Saturday, and Saturday is mostly a free day for everybody, but you're here on Saturday, and that speaks volumes. So all in all, congratulations to all those who are going to win prizes. But for me, all of you are winners, and keep up the good work, and thank you very much.
Outrigger Fiji Beach Resort. And the winner, where we from, Shweta? Oh, she's our neighbor, see? You can walk down to Outrigger and stay over there and walk back. That's healthy, stay healthy.